Welcome to Grayscale. As you can see here on top of the cabinet, a painting that you're probably familiar with. Alright, I'm going to use this painting for a painting class. There's been interest in me doing a live video on this, or a YouTube tutorial on the painting. So I'm going to show you what I do to prepare for the class. Okay, so let me remove her and show you the stencil that I've used. Okay, it's two 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper taped in the middle, and I've took a permanent marker and I drew her out. But I've also taken, let me show it to you. Some very familiar clear tape, and I did my poor man's lamination job in strips going across the whole figure, because I knew I was going to take a burnisher, alright, and actually trace the figure on the canvas. I have to do this about 10 more times. I'm doing 20 canvases like this. It's not as tedious as you would think, because I'm going to show you in real time how quickly I can do this. I'll show you in real time how quickly I can do this. Now right now, for me to do this, I take some either charcoal or pastel, anything dark. As you can see, it's all underneath. Okay, I just set it down. It's just taped, same tape. I just taped it over the top. Okay, and I will start. Now when you start do mass tracings or whatever, you start with the larger areas and you work down to the details. That would be the easiest to do it. Okay, so I will work on her little Betty boop fro, and then we'll go on from there. So I'll just work with the head first. You don't have to press too hard if you got enough of the chalk underneath. Alright, so we'll start. I'll just go right ahead and do it in real time how I normally would do it. I'm not doing anything special. Okay, and I will start with her head. You don't have to get everything perfect. You're just going over what you've already done. Now I have to take what I've traced, and I have to either go over them again with a Sharpie, or if it's dark enough, just keep it as is. But I'll probably end up going over it with a Sharpie. The Sharpie will not show through. The paint, when I do these, will be pretty thick. And her hair is black anyway. Now, I believe I just did her whole hair and hairline. If you're not sure, all you have to do is just lift it up. As you see, I just did her whole hairline. You might not be able to see it. And the only thing I did not do is her earring on the other side. Now I'll continue with her jawline. I'm going to stick with her head, and so I'll just quickly sketching her lips. I'll go within the details of the face. Quickly just sketch the eyebrows. You don't have to press down too hard either. Alright. And the thing with charcoal, you can paint right over charcoal, and if you have an error, it also wipes right off, or you can just take some clear water and it just wipes it right off. But 98% of this will be covered over anyway. Okay, just like so. I think all her head is done. There it goes. Alright. Let's get that detail of that eye right here. There. Now she's done. While I'm over here in this area, I'll just do her hand and her fingers, because I'm already here. Her fingers I will keep pretty tight. Like so. And so her hand is already done. Okay, all the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Just go over the lines. Alright. I'm going to still continue on this side. I do believe I got everything here. I believe. One more once over. And I believe I got everything there. So everything that's needed for the painting is already there. That quick. Take the tape off. Take the paper off, and there you have it. And now I got another 10 to go. But basically it took me less than 30 minutes really to do all of them. Okay, but I wanted to show you how the process was done. You should be able to see it. Yes. Turn it there. Okay. Like I said, I got 10 more of these to do. But I'll get it all done. Probably within the next 30 minutes, they'll all be done. Be my choice whether if I want to put it in black marker or just leave it as is. I'll probably do them in black marker, so it'll just be easier for everybody to do that before I add the show them how to do the effects and whatnot. But I wanted to show you how I got it done. Okay, continue on. Hey, how's it going? It's Anthony Gray. Hi. Okay, you guys know who that is. This time I'm gonna do her again for you in YouTube land, and she's on the black pandas panel. Alright, I took paint marker, and what I did with black ink or charcoal, I just did in paint marker. Alright, I have to approach this one a little bit differently. Same concept, but I have to approach it differently because we're on black gessoed board. Alright, obviously I can't see through black on black, right? So I have to do the opposite color. You put it in a white paint, let it fully dry. I don't think it's all totally dry yet. Then I'm going to take some masking tape, 2-inch masking tape. I'm going to tape her up. So I'm going backwards with this. Usually I would do the background first, but for the sake of the video, I sketch her in first, and what I'm going to do, I'll just tape her up real good, and then I'll do the process of how I painted her in, how she came out looking as smooth as she did, and blah blah blah, all that type of stuff. Alright, so I hope you like this. So I just wanted to show you how I did it. If you've seen the earlier video, I did it with a white canvas panel with the charcoal and my little blender tool, whatever, I forgot what it's called. My little tool there. I'll show you how that was done. So I just did it. Like I say, same concept, just little different result using opposite colors, and we're gonna go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Hey, once again, guys, I guess I'll show you this part. I took some 2-inch tape, taped it up. Now comes the peeling off process, and hopefully, if all goes well, it will just easily just peel right off. No fuss, no muss. Even the detailed stuff, like all in there, all in her little arms, it all just come right apart. Alright, The good thing about an extremely sharp X-Acto knife and doing it on panel board is that you can press down a little harder than you would on a regular canvas panel. So you don't obviously split open the panel. X-Acto knife is incredibly sharp, so be extremely careful, because you will cut off layers easily with one slip of the knife. So just watch yourself. You don't have to really be exact with the outer edges and all of that, because it'll be covered in black anyway. Now, what I did not cut is inside the elbow, inside the loops. That'll be next. And I'm gonna take an old credit card or something and really rub it down, so when I do the background, none of it tries to seep into the tape itself. That comes a little bit later. So I guess I'll just very carefully get these loops out of there. Go on one side, go on the other side. Twist your blade around, makes life a lot easier. And out it goes. Okay. That is that, as far as that's concerned. Don't have a credit card handy, but this will work just as fine. Really press it in there. If you don't notice the streaks, you press it in there. You can see the tape is actually getting darker. Okay. Really put it in there. It'll still come up, but you just want to preserve that outside edge, pressing in there really good. Credit card will do, something sharp and plastic will do where it doesn't give so much. And well, there you go. Alright. Then comes the fun part. Whatever type of background you choose to use for it. Okay. I'm going to use the same process that I did before with the background. So I'll let this settle, give me something to eat, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Anthony Gray. If you only knew the amount of time between the first fade and this one here, a series of a whole bunch of hours went by. I'm babysitting my daughter's dog, and she rules the house, so I had to put everything on hold, and it has some other stuff going on, so that's why I'm kind of like doing this a little bit on the late side. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, same Betty boot. I have her taped off pretty good actually. I really don't want too much color seeping through. Instead of doing it in white and black, the outlining in black, I did it in white paint marker, so I can see it when I lay the paint down and all that other fun stuff. Okay, but right now we're not going to discuss that. We're going to deal with this background back here. Okay. I think I'm going to go a little different. I think I'm going to mess with some, I think I'll mess with a little bit of white and, yeah, I'll mess with a little bit of white. Matter of fact, I think I'll just use white gesso today. Water it down. Just make a mess. And put the mess right on the board. So I'm just going to pour me a little bit of white gesso. If I can get it out of here. I know nearing the end of this stuff. With my gesso, I got to get some more. La 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 la. Okay. I still got this bad knack of putting my head in front of the camera. And for that I apologize. I'm going to use some acrylic silver paint. Okay. So I'm going to use these two colors. And we just see where it goes from there. Alright. I had a couple people ask if it was a textured background, you know, like you can actually feel it, and no. I'm about to show you. A few of my earlier videos shows this process with various colors, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna spray my little board down. I got tissue or towels on the floor underneath this. Underneath my easel, so if it drips down and makes a little mess, it's no big deal. I'm trying to find a brush that can move this pen around. It's big enough. I'm looking. I don't really want to use the 1-inch brush. I thought I had a 2-inch brush laying around here somewhere. I don't quite see it, so I'm gonna have to dig through. I got a bunch of brushes down below here of various sizes. I just found me a nice 2 inches. So, yeah, okay. Found me a nice little clean 2-inch brush I could just wreck. Alright. So we'll get right to it. More water. Method to my madness. Get some white gesso here. And I'm just going to let it do one of these numbers. And just let it float on down, something like that. Let it do whatever, like you see it doing. There's a little method to my madness. And just let it keep doing what it wants to do. Let it drip, pour, do whatever. I just put a whole bunch of acrylic paint all over my tablet. So, let me hurry up and wipe that off before it dries up. When it's wet, you don't have to really worry about it. It's just when it dries, it presents a problem. All on the tablet. That's just bad marketing. Okay, I'll turn the tablet around. No big deal. It really isn't. I can care less. It wipes off. Why don't you get it when it's wet? Okay. Now that I'm done making a mess out of that tablet. Nice and mosquito in here. Okay, let's deal with some silver. Let's slap some of that silver around in there. Something like that. Plop that in there. Just here and there. I need some more silver. I was tempted to just splatter it all over the painting, but that would just be bad for business right now. I gotta do this while it's still wet. Okay. Something like that's cool. Here's my spray bottle. And give it still some more spray. Let it do what it's gotta do. Let it spray on down. Now while gravity's taking a hold, I want some more white in the corner. Up around in here. some reason I just want it a little more, a little stronger in that corner. Let it flow down a little bit. Now, as it's doing such, I will take my plastic and plop that plastic right on there, just like you see me do right now. In case I don't have enough plastic, that looks like the case, I'll just dig up some more and put it in spots where I don't see the plastic covering. Like, something like that. I just press it on there. Nothing special. That's what you see me doing right now. Just press it on there. And put some on there like that. Let it wrinkle up. Let it do whatever it's going to do. Just like so. Okay. Now, while it's doing that, while it's doing what it's doing, I'll let it sit there and dry with the plastic on it. Let it, just wait for a while. Okay, the water is still it's still dripping, still moving downward. It's just got different valleys and different crevices to go to its lowest. That's what she's looking like right now on the floor. Yeah, as I'm checking it out, it's the color is fading on me. So I'm going to have to do this all over again because I'm not liking the way it looks. Matter of fact, let me just get a little bit of this blue right now. Touch of white. And we're going to go water it down again. We're going to go that direction like that. Get some more of the blue. Let's put some blue down in here like that. Right in here. Water it right down. Soak a little bit there. And just play around with some white. Right on the edge up in here. I'll let it stay dark in certain areas, but just get it. Let's see here. A couple of it here. Spray it down a little bit. Put the plastic back on it, but I'm going to just keep it on the floor. And to add a little insult to injury, some silver paint, I'm going to just splat it right on there. Right in the spots, just like that. Right on the floor. Right on the stuff itself. Now, I'll come with the plastic again, but this time a little more wise with it. I'm going to just do the plastic effect right on the floor itself. Let it travel. Press it right on there. Now, being that it's on the floor, I can do more with it. All I need is a small piece. Matter of fact, use this piece here. And I think it goes. That piece is already covered. I need a small piece somewhere. I just can't see where now. But that's okay. Nah, I won't need a little piece. I'll leave it just like that. Alright. Now you'll see the patterns. And all that craziness happen while it's on the floor instead of me having it up above. So I'll let it sit just like this. I'll have it stay probably for the rest of the night, and I'll continue it in the morning because it's kind of late at night. So I'm gonna let it dry. Stay just like this. I'm gonna have that camera stay just like that. Okay, we're back. It is daylight. Yes, it was actually that long I let it sit there. It was kind of late at night when I did this. Alright, well, let's peel this stuff away. Actually, I think I'll just put it up on my board. It's a flat panel board. Okay, we'll just peel this stuff away, like so. And that's what we have. I'll put some long stems in there. You know, something pretty, pretty simple. Smallest amount of lotion mix. It loosens up the paint, but it doesn't unbind it. Let's get maybe over in this corner here. Let's go. Let's start maybe from here and spread it out and come up and around. We're going to do that again. This is just something right off the cuff of my little brain. Let's have one maybe come down, curve, and curve around like that. I'm debating whether I should put one on the other side. Maybe so. Even it out a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of blue and green mix. Vary the colors a little bit. Dip it the tiniest bit into my shampoo water mix. I'm gonna lighten up one side again with a little bit of white and yellow. Let's play around with the other side here. Then spread it out. Come out like that. As I'm checking it out, I'm just looking. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Okay. This is just right off the cuff here. Just a little something cute. Let's put some. Let's try for some daisies. I'm looking for a smaller brush. Some cute daisies going on. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of white. Smallest amount of blue on one side only. Some of my little shampoo mix in here, loosen up the paint. I'm going to try to get the white mainly on one side. We'll throw some daisies in here. We'll have it go press, go in like that. Just do it on this side too. Press, go in, press, in, press, in. A little teardrop shape. Press, in. Yeah. Something like that. And we're going to do it again. Dip the tiniest bit of my brush into the shampoo. It loosens up the paint. But I'm not going to have it like drip all over the place. Let's even have one like appear to go right behind her arm here. So, press, go in, one up here to go a little behind the leaf itself. Something like that. Okay. Whoops. Even though it has a little bit of green in it, it's okay. Alright. Let's zoom in for a second. We're gonna go on the other side over here. Run around this area. I think we can do it for one more. Now I have a little bit of green mixed into my white, which is fine. It will still appear white if I put another corresponding color right against it. So I got a little green and white with some blue. The blue will make it off-centered a little bit. Let's put one right there. Let's do another one, another petal. Okay, I don't want too much green in it, so I'm wiping off the brush. Real quick wipe off there. A little more of the white, a little more of the blue. A little more white on one side. And let's put one, press, and narrow it down. Press, press, and one more press. Right in there like that. So, even while intentionally doing it on purpose, you still got a little color harmony there. With the green mixing in with the white, got the blue accents. All on the brush itself. Let's put one up here. Press, narrow down. Press, and narrow down. And maybe one right in here. Just like so. Now I really don't want an even number. Okay. So we're going to put a third one in. Still dealing with the white. A little bit of blue in the corner. Smallest amount of blue. It's like a double loading brush. See it? Let's put one right here. Let's flip the brush around. Press. And just come in. That was a little too much, but that's okay. Let's have one out here. Alright. We're going to put a nice little center. Let's make this centers, give it a little reddish white. Smallest amount of red, mixing it with this white. And we're just going to tap. Nice little center in there. Like so. Going into my red, a little bit of white. Don't try for such an even blend of the mix. While it's wet, I'm gonna get the majority of the color on here first. Now while it's wet, I'm going nothing into but the white. And you put a little highlights in certain areas. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see a little bit of it. I didn't pan my camera out, but it's okay. Quick little flowers here. Okay. Okay, now let's get some deep green going. Put some stems in there. Just can't. I don't want them to just float around today. Give it something to get a little rooted. Little phthalo blue, little green mix, and we'll a couple of stems in there. Something like that. piece of stem coming down. Same thing with the guy. Have it curve a little bit maybe. Same thing with this fella. Let's have it curve around there. Okay, that's pretty neat. That's not bad. Let's put a, I'm thinking either maybe on this side or this side. Somewhere. Maybe I'll have it play around somewhere in here. So we'll put some kind of rose type of flower or something over there. And I may have it. You know what? Let's try for blue. A little bluish green. So we're gonna come up here. This go back a little bit. No, just a little bit. I think I'll have a couple petals come from by her head and hand, right in this area here. Okay. So I'm gonna dip in to the water, loosen up my bristles. It's not really a floral painting, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time. I'm gonna just whip one out of here real quick. I'm putting a little green and phthalo blue together. Smallest amount of my shampoo water mix. Let's have it, we'll have it come this way. Maybe one leaf around in there. A little bit more of my blue and green mix. Just mixing it in here. Give me that kind of a bluish green base. Right up in here. Something like that. Okay. Now I'm going to my red. I'm mixing my red into the green blue mix itself. Give me a little more blue. Mix it in there. Need something nice and dark. And we're going to surround red in here. And we're going to flush it outward like that. Feather it right on out. A little darker. Feather it on out. Right into the tape, going outward. Like so. That's the base color. Now I'm going to get some blue. Make sure too much of my face isn't hidden all in there. The slightest amount of white. Lighten up that blue just a little bit. This is for petal placement. Get some of this. I'm getting a little bit of the lotion and water mix, putting it right into this color of paint. Okay, let's have a little fun. The center, let's say the center is right in here. I'm trying to mark it for you. The best way for you to mark it really, I'll just get some white and tap it right there. So you guys can see it. Alright, and there you go. So whatever petals I have is going to meet right over there. Alright, just reaching over getting my towel. Okay, so with that done, let's play around. Press, slightly go in, press, and let's put another one here. Press, everything's gonna meet, and press towards that dot. Alright, that's all, no more, no less. Loosen up the paint a little more. Let's put another one right in here. Press down. Go right on in and press. Okay. Now let's curve it in there a little bit. Let's have this one kind of, let me get a little white. Let me show you what I was going to do here. That edge, I want that edge to be pronounced a little bit. So we're going to go in there like that. And we'll kind of pull that out there. Okay, let's do some more. A little darker blue this time. A little touch of white. We'll add highlights to these. And remember, just keep in line. Let's play around. Give me that there. And we're gonna put one in here. Like so. A little more of the blue. Get a little more lotion going. You're just following the strokes. Because only part of the flower is going to be seen anyway. And we're going to come right in here and let's go right in that direction. Just like that. And we're going to brighten up that one edge out there. So I'm just dipping into a small amount of white. And we're going to just give it a little flick like so. It's still in that direction. Okay. And we can highlight a couple of these. Give it a little push. Go in. A little push. Push. Go in. Little edges here. So all I'm doing is just teasing out a few highlights here and there. Let's give it a little push. Go in. Push. Fade it in. Push. A little edge in there. Give that one a little push. Have it go on in there. And let us brighten up. Maybe give a little push. Go in. Push. Like so. And still high shadow. There we go. Now, I think I want another row of flowers in there. Or petals. Not flowers, petals. The whole thing's a flower. In here, let's bring some more in there. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Getting more into my white, mixing it in with the blue-green color. Smallest amount of blue on the corner. And let's get some more in there. Let's play around. Like that. Let's go in there. And let's bring a couple out here. Like that. Nothing but more white-blue mix because I want to separate them a little bit. So brighten it up a little bit more. I just want those edges to pop out a little better. And maybe around there, a couple in here. Okay. Clean off my brush. Get you back. Let us, I know what I'll do. Let's get a couple of stamens out there. So back into my deep blue. Maybe a touch of red. Dip my script liner into the lotion and water mix, loosen up this paint. Let's put a couple of them we have a couple wiggling out somewhere. Something like that. Have one trailing like that. A little darker. So it comes out, you can see it a little better. Something like that. And we're going to put some nice deep reddish, let's get a little red-white going on for some little dots here and there. Just quick, no flower specifically, just something. It also breaks up a little bit of the color, the pattern a little bit. Something like that. Okay, dokie then. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I got a little bit of this color left, so you know, I guess I'll throw a leaf or two in there. So then after that, I'll let it dry just a little bit, and give it a nice little deep blue maroon base for the for a couple of leaves. Let's slap a leaf up in here. Come on, like that. And we'll just throw in a couple of leaves, like so. Like that. We'll throw in one. Let's throw one just over here like that. We'll throw in a leaf right in there like that. Let's get some of these petals going on that. I'm going to start backwards and spread it on out. Let's do it again here. So backwards. Something like that. And hit center. Get a little bit of white. Tiniest bit of yellow. Throw some highlight in there. So we'll highlight a couple of these guys. Oh, something like that. Get a center out there. Highlight a couple of these guys. And throw that center. Right in there like that. Let's get the dark part. A little bit of blue, whatever is left of white that I have, put that in there. Just lighten it up a little bit. A little bit of my shampoo lotion mix in the corner. Break up the paint a tad, and we'll go around underneath. Can you guys see it? No, you cannot see it. I just did the whole thing and you guys didn't see it. We'll do it right here. Just a little flick. We're going to go down below. I think I did the one you guys can't see way up there, so we'll do the one down below here. So we'll keep our florals around in this area. That should be fine. And that's enough of that. So we got a lot of stuff going on back there with this crazy pattern and all of that. So with all of that done, let's pan out a little bit. Pan out so you guys can see this a little more. Pan out. Okay. Now, let's take this tape off. Remember, I have the tape pressed down pretty good on this, alright? With your X-Acto knife, give it a little peel. Just be careful. You really don't want to cut yourself. Bad for business. She's highlighted in white paint marker because it's a black background. As you can see, some of the color from last night did leak through. That's where you get some of this film. Okay. Don't have a panic attack, don't worry. Now, I pressed the tape on pretty good and it still leaked through. Alright. It's bound to happen. When you use more water than paint, it will seep through. But like I say, have no fears. It's okay. The heavier paint will cover that up, and you're going over it a couple times. So it'll look like nothing was ever under there. So it's okay. A thick paint will cover up a thin paint. Yeah. Okay. Well, there she is. I did do one error, as you can see right in here. Completely dark. I forgot to lift the tape up last night. So that part is just as dark as can be right in there. But that's okay, we got something for that too. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay, now that we have that, like I said, you got some of the color, like all in there, all in here, around her eye. This stuff here, I'm not really concerned about at all. All of this will be covered with color. So don't panic about this, that, down in here. Don't worry about all of this. It's wet. It can be manipulated, moved around. None of this is going to matter. As long as you got the majority of her outline out there, you're good to go. So don't worry about all the paint seeping through. A lot of that came from so much moisture that I had last night, and it just seeped right underneath the paint because I did it twice. Alright, so I'm not really too concerned about all of that. That will be covered. Now, a few ways I can do this painting. Usually I would start like any traditional painting from the back, going towards the front. The larger mass area going into the smaller details. Okay. Now for her, I could do the same thing. Is cover her all in brown, like I did the first one, and then work out the eyebrows, the eyes, and stuff, and and such. I think for this, what I'll do, because of the paint and the dress and all, I'll start with the dress for right now. I will coat. I'm going to use titanium white for this. I was going to use gesso, but I think the better of it, because the titanium white will cover up all of this. No matter what color you add to it, it will cover it up fairly well. So I will use titanium white. I can actually use titanium white on a black background as the base coat and then put whatever color I want on it. Simple reason that it dries so fast. Okay, and I can pretty much do that. So if I just take the titanium white itself and just work on her dress like so. I think you guys can see this. Just zoom in a little bit. Toward her dress here. There. Okay, we'll do it now. So right now I'm just using the titanium white as the base coat for her dress. And all you're doing is blocking in color. Keep the strokes as smooth as you can, because once you lay the color on top of this, whatever you got for a base coat is going to show through. And Miss Boop has a figure, so try to keep the figure. And also, when painting cartoons, they have a black outline shape. Okay. So if you go outside the lines, that's okay. Your black will cover it. But this is it. This is pretty much the base coat. Alright. And her dressing is only that little bit for her dress. Alright. Now, with a black background, whatever color that you do use, and if it's a transparent color, that's not going to work. So you're going to need the base coat. Earring hoops, the necklace, I think, yeah, we're there you go. So we're going to do that. Let's take a round brush, and we're going to use nothing but the titanium white because of the black background. Nothing but pure titanium white on this. Okay. And we're going to just paint in, like I say, base coat. So the next color you put on top of this, it will shine through. If you try to put it on black, you'll just fail. The black will come right through, especially if the color is not thick and transparent. It will, the black will show right through this. All right. So that's why I am giving this once over with the titanium white. Titanium white will cover all of this. Just like so. Let's go on the other ear. Now with me being a lefty, I should have went from the right going to the left. I tend to do this backwards. It's just a natural progression that I've done over the years. I try to be mindful of it, but it's just a part of my DNA over the years. I can't help it. I will try to be mindful of it in the next tutorial. If you're left-handed, go from the right to the left. If you're right-handed, go from the left to the right. I went backwards. I'm a lefty and I still went left to right. It's just me. Sorry. Okay, base coat on the little jewelry here. Alright, now while it's still wet, I'm dipping right into my yellow. It's actually a yellow-green mix in there. But that's okay. That is alright. I'm going to go from right to left. let's give her some goldish earrings. As you can see, the color lays right on top of that white. The white's still wet, so it's got a nice little blending to it. So it's actually a good thing. Let's go on the other side. There, like so. Yeah, we got this too, so might as well do it. I'm already over here. You see how the color sticks out? And it really shines and really pops through. Now if I had a little mix of brown, I can add the dark some of the dark. Well, I'm gonna mix brown. I'm gonna make my brown anyway with green and red. I already got white on my brush, so I'll just use green and red and graze it out, turns it into a brownish mix, and we'll do the inside of her hoop like so. Underneath here, and let's do a little bit like that, and just put it on around there. Same thing in here. Maybe a little shadow under there. There, now you got a nice little three-dimensional thing going on there. With their little jewelry. You should be able to see that. Okay, so I did the necklace and the not necklace, the little wrist thingy and her 2 earrings. Okay. This should be dry enough for me to give her a red dress. So let's pan down a little bit. Alright, right there. We're gonna do something little different here. You'll see. You'll see. Okay. Well, I want to make her dress feel like she's fading into this picture. You'll see. It's a double loading method trick thingy. Alright, so let's give her a nice red dress. Now this time I can actually use nothing but red and give her red dress. Okay, and I won't use any medium, it won't be necessary. I'm not concerning myself with streaks. It won't be shown anyway. Usually, you'll be going over this twice. So if you're worried about the streaks, don't be. Remember, I gotta cross my hands here. She'll be silhouetted, or she'll be highlighted in black outline. So don't fret about all of that. Her last dress was Afrocentric colors, green, black, and red. This one I'll just accentuate with the red for a simple reason of the flowers, the centers of the flowers and stuff. Just tying everything together. Okay. And I'll let this dry. Once it's fully dry, I will go over it once again. There. Let's pull back and you'll see what she looks like. Alright, see that? It's not too bad, yeah? It's not entirely difficult. Alright. I'll wait for this to dry. It's gotta fully dry for me to take care of. Any other detail and such. Let's take a little bit of the white only on the corner. I'm going to go into my shampoo mix here. Alright, that should be about enough right there. That covers that up. Your eye will never know really the difference. It just sees streaks. Alright, and that's it. No big deal. Alright, so as her necklace, why do I call it a necklace? Her bracelet and her two little hoops, let them set and dry because the paint's pretty thick. This has got to set and dry a little bit. And then we will work on her eyes, the whole package here. We'll work on that. Alright, so while I still got that red and it's still on my mind to do this, let's paint in her lips. I'll do the lips right now. Now this is a detail thing, but once I put the brown on, I'll work my way around that. But let's we're gonna shade in her lips. We'll bring it in a little bit, and we'll aim there. Okay. So let's color in her lips real quick. I gotta be careful of some of the spots of the plant might be her lips will also be highlighted in black. And the reason why I'm showing you this, I'm showing you how that black will overpower. And this is thick paint. But you see how the black is overpowering? Coming right through. That's why you would have to cover it a couple times. And when it dries, some of that white will show through, which is pretty much a good thing, so you know where to go if you're not familiar with or too comfortable with drawing in itself. But there. And that's it. And let it dry. You'll be going over it again so you don't get the patches of thin and thick paint on her lips. You'll go over it again once it fully dries. And but that's how you get that smoothness. People had wrote to me about how you get the paint so smooth. And then you got your, it's like primer, painting a room. You got your primer, and then after your primer, then you go over it again with the actual color. Same thing here. Same premise. So once I go get the deep red and I go back over her dress, it will be it's the same thing. It will be very smooth, very plain. The same thing with her face. It'll be very, very smooth, very appealing, very pretty, and all that good stuff. All right. So we're gonna let her settle in, let her dry, and we'll come right back to it. All right. So be back. Okay guys, welcome back. Now, in between cuts I was looking at the painting and I decided that some of these flowers need to be brightened up a little bit, especially down here. And that's all I did. I just went over what I did with the brighter color. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see I did do her lips. Alright. In her dress, remember I told you about the base coat? See how smooth that dress is? All I did was just go back over it. That's all. Well, that was the only thing I've done. Okay. So, right now, we will work on... Let's work on her body. Alright. Now, I'm looking at my palette here. My palette is a mess. I have paint on here that I really don't want to waste, but then again, my palette is a mess. I am going to put some brown on here. It's actually this is a Walmart brand of paint. It's very thick. I love it. Now you guys see it, but it's probably backwards. All right, it's Waverly hazelnut. It's like chalk paint. It's acrylic. Okay, go to the craft part of Walmart, anywhere, and they would have it in many colors. It's good stuff. It's really thick, so you really don't need to pour a lot of it out. It's incredibly thick. So like I said, don't pour too much of it. Like a little micro drop, and you'll get quite a bit coming out of there. Really thick paint. Okay. But it will last you quite a while. Alright, I'm going to put it back on her body here. I'm going to go from the right to the left. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to go from the right to the left. Skin. Alright. Like I say, if you see patches, leave the patches be. It's okay. Alright. It's fine. Smaller details like her hand, I won't use the 1/2 inch. I'll use a round brush. I'm just rinsing this off. Now when I go over again, I'm not going to mix white. It will be the natural color of the paint, the hazel color. So she'll be a little darker, just a shade or two, not much darker than this. Okay. I can also do the same thing with her face and scalp area also, so it won't appear to be her body won't be a different color than her head. All right. But I know how to mix it where it will match. It will look fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get my round brush and I will do her hands. Now her hands, I am not gonna mix white. It's gonna be the true color. I'm particularly worried about that. And so we're gonna color in her hands using the natural color itself. As you can see how thick this paint is, it goes right over the black, no problem. As this paint dries, you may see the white, you may not. Okay, yep, you guys can see. Try to stay within the outside border. I'm turning my brush around. I got more paint on it. All I'm doing is blocking in color. If you do it neat enough, then you probably can get away with doing this only one time. All depends. So it may not be as bad as you think. Just have to wait and see when it dries. Alright. Now as I'm looking at it, I can see the thin and thick patches, which is also fine. That's okay. Now, I want to show you, see the color variance is not too far off. It just has more white in it. Alright, but the color variances isn't too bad. Alright, I will go over her again, the back. I will do that all over again, so I'm not really too concerned with all of that. Alright, but I just wanted to show you what I was talking about. And you just let all of this fully dry. It's got to be fully dry. Okay? When it comes to her lips, I will just color it in right around her lip area. Get as close as you can. Her lips will also be outlined in black. I just want to get it as close as possible. So the only thing I have to do really is to outline in black. It's like so. Just like that. And this paint, like I said, is quite thick. It's very opaque. So it goes over whatever color that might have been there. Alright, but I just want to outline and go over her lip area. The eyes and the eyebrow, I'm not concerned with in the least bit. Her open eye, if you want to color that around there, if you feel a little comfortable doing it that way, that's fine also. Just take it and just color around her eye. Her eye, she's a cartoon, she'll be outlined in black. Don't worry about all of that. Her little eyelashes and all that, that comes last. I just want to color around the eye. Like so. That's all you need to do, just like that. Okay. Get some of the extra paint out of there. Just like that. No more, no less. Okay. I'm not worried about this eye is closed. It's winking at you anyway. Alright, so I'm not worried about that. The rest I can do it in broad strokes with a larger brush. Okay. Earrings, same way, same thing. If you're a little nervous about the earrings, go over that too. Just like that. That's her hairline here. If you can't get it as close, remember it's going to be outlined in black paint. So don't worry about that either. As it's drying, I can see the patches. So we'll be going over that again. Don't worry about all of this in here. Once it dries and all of that, don't worry about all of that. I'll just pan it up a little bit. You'll see what I'm talking about there. And I'll just let it sit there. Let it dry. No problem. Her whole head, I can probably just go over the whole thing and just be done with it, really. And then just go over the whole body. I can do it that fashion also. So many different ways to take care of that kind of a situation. Okay, so while I'm talking about it, let's just do it. Alright. So once she fully dries, I will go over her again. Alright. And she'll come out looking, the skin will come out looking very smooth. Let's draw this out. Let's pan that out so you can see what she's looking like so far. Alright. That's not too bad. It goes a lot quicker than you think also. The most time that will be spent on something like this will probably be her hair and the beads that you will put in her hair. That will take the most time. I'm slowing this down obviously just to show you how it's done, and if you would like to try something like this, you can do it. So we'll let her dry fully. I'll get some more of the brown paint, and we'll finish her off painting it, and then we'll put the black ink, the tracer, out. Show you how to fade out here in the bottom. How she just appears maybe to, like just to fade and pop up into the picture right down here on the dress here. Okay. We'll put a pattern on the dress and all that and make it look really nice. And then we'll call it done. So I'll be right back. Let her dry up, and we'll continue on. Okay, we're back. Most of her is dry. I'm going to work from the bottom up to the top. All one color. It will be the hazelnut color. Okay, she's gonna have like little box braids. Okay, they're circular. Okay, so kind of round in there. Guess I'll use this if it's dry enough. When following like the hairline, think of a ball. All right, so you have kind of a curl going that way, then it curves around her head, and then you got another curve going in that direction. So follow it, got a little curve there, there, and you follow it in that direction. Okay, if you don't see those marks, I'll zoom in and I'll show you real quick. So let me zoom in. Let me show you the direction of those arrows there. See the arrows? See the direction? Go down one a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Let's zoom in a little bit more. See the direction of my little Sharpie arrow? See that? Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. There, let's go back up above here. Right up there. Alright. So we're going to take care of some of that hair. Now, I'm going to keep in line with the other picture, the previous picture. I want her to have her flowing weave going on there. So, let's get in between here. Now, if you're a little nervous about being so close, some of this, I'm going to outline her lips with this round brush. If you're not too sure, you can use the smaller brush if you must. It's okay. There. I'll use a smaller one to get deep in there. Even in here. Now in here, what I'll do is I'll use, especially around the hoop, I want some of her hair going between the hoop here, and maybe play around one back there, but all up in here, I'm going to have it come around, and it's going to go in this direction. You can have it a little darker in here. Outline her jaw a little bit. We'll have it trail. Same thing here, have it trail. It's going to go behind her. I have one peeking out right here. It's going to go behind her head. And we're going to have it come out this way. So I'm just going to do some dots. Oh, you guys cannot see that. Damn it. There. I'm sorry. Need to be edited out anyway. Sorry about that. I apologize. There'll be plenty of hair strands we'll be doing, so. Okay. Keep it at a kind of a flowing, straggle out down there. Keep it pretty solid in here, all around in there. And just have them flow on down. You'll have it feather out there. You have another one here. Plenty of black paint. Keep it dark. Just have this one a little longer. Stroke right down there like that. And we'll just keep flowing it. Let's get that a little dark right there. Have some trailing down here. And a couple of them down here. Have a trail. It's not covered all the flowers. Now, remember she got braids coming on the other side of her, down here. So you can have a few coming here. Okay. Coming between her arm and here. A couple of dark spotches in here. Cover that up in there like that. Alright, something like so. Okay. Nothing but titanium white. Let's start on that right now. There. And we're going to go to the outside. Close to that circle. Close as you can. Nothing but titanium white. Nothing mixed in it. I want it to really cover. As you continue in painting Betty, she'll slowly start to come to life, as you can see. Okay. So she's getting there. Small details, you know. Let's get to her hand. This is where some of the outlining will start to take place. Okay. Like I say, I've did this a number of times, so I kind of know where things are. Alright, I just brush my hand right across some of that wet paint. Let's do her fingers. Let's wipe some of that off. Do some of her fingers. She's a cartoon, so she does not have 5 fingers. 1. 2. Just like so. Just like that. If I'll ink in the outside edge of her fingers here. Now, when it comes to inking and using paint instead of the gesso, you really got to water down your paint to an inky consistency so you can get those fine lines. I'm just going to ink in her finger, in her hand. This would definitely take some practice for you to do. I used to be a comic artist, and I did a lot of my comic art using a brush. Okay. So I'm kind of accustomed to inking with a brush. They really don't do too many inking with brushes anymore. It's kind of a lost art form in itself, really. And it's too bad. Kind of gives more life to your painting when you do something like that. To that extent. All right. while I'm at it, and I'm already doing it, I'm getting rid of some of those white lines. I'm just going to ink the forearm. Vary the line weight. Get rid of some of that line on her shoulder. Her shoulder comes around and down, just like that. I'm actually coloring in over that white, like so. The white outline, just covering over that. A little bit of her shoulder blade, just the tiniest bit, like right around in there. Okay, just like so. And opposite shoulder from her neck. It would be well, let's do the back of her head here. It comes in just a little bit, and then her shoulder will come in. Gotta loosen up this paint a little bit more because you don't want the paint to break. You want a smooth line. Like so. Let's get plenty of water here in this paint. I got a lot of paint. You want a smooth flowing line. You don't want nothing really like jagged. I'm going to smooth some of that out there. And let's go right from here. Just like so. Come right to the other side here. Around, down, around. You start to outline her a little bit. Just like so. She is a cartoon, after all. Just like so. I am tagging myself pretty good. Even got some here. I'll correct that. Okay, let's get to her arm here. There we go. As you can see, she's starting to come to life now. Okay. Outline her dress and still go with the curve of her body. Need more water. It takes some getting used to get the paint to flow the way you want it. There. Try to keep her nice and even, the line weight. You don't want it to be solid on one end and kind of ragged on the other. Like so. Now her lips. Let's put a little dip, a little smile line there. Accentuate her lips. Let's give her that smile. Color some of that in, keep it dark. just like so. Might be a little far away. Just bring her in a little bit. There. Let's keep it like that right now. We're going to outline that eye. It's good to keep the line weight thicken up that paint. Right around her eye. Like so. Put in a couple of her eyelashes. This side. Okay. Thin the paint a little bit more. Like I said, I got a lot of this black. A lot. Her eyebrows. Almost like a long S. Okay. Now remember her other eye is closed. Alright. Let me work with that other eyebrow first. Well, I gotta wait for it to dry a little bit. So we'll work up here with the eye. Try to keep the eye as even as possible. Alright. From the top. Kind of winking like that. And give a curvature. Try to keep it as level as you can. Like so. And her eye, she's got those long boop eyelashes. She's a cartoon after all. There you go. Now she's winking. Okay. I'm sorry. I made an outrageous error. I was running my mouth doing the painting. I didn't know I didn't have enough memory in my card. Sorry. So we'll continue this right now. So hopefully you didn't miss too much. I'll find out once I put this whole video together. Okay. Let's continue on. Don't know how much you missed. I'll find out. But as you can see, a lot of her is almost finished. Okay. So we got an eyebrow to add. So I'll take my round brush and pretty much guesstimate where the eyebrow is, do the customary S circle around there. Alright, so I'm dipping into my black paint. We're so close to finished here. I feel kind of bad that you missed a few of the things, but I don't think it's anything detrimentally important. Just like so. Ta-da! Alright. Alrighty now. Let's get to the bottom part of her dress where it looks like it's going to fade. Alright, what I'm going to do there, I'm just looking right now at different little swatches of, as the paint dries you can see different bits of brown fading through in her hair. and I'll cover some of that up. It's just little pieces here and there. It should be more solid than anything else. Well, that's all I'm doing. Getting it a little darker in certain areas there. She's gonna have bands and stuff in her colors of bands in her hair, so okay. I just want to darken up, like I said, a few places here where it's just a little too brown for me. There. Okay. A little less than half the brush. I'm gonna go in a back and forth motion. See that red? It's mixing in, it's blending itself, but it's clear down bottom, down below. A lot of that red will be coming. Let's zoom in for a second. A lot of that red will be coming in right here, so it'll give the appearance of her fading right into the painting. So I'm gonna go right into it. It'll look just like this. I'm gonna get some more red. I don't want it on the bottom half, just on the top half. And I'm going to do it again. It'll give the appearance of her fading almost out of nowhere. So it got paint on the top end, nothing on the bottom. It's just a nice little blend. And as it dries, it'll dry with that nice fading effect as it dries. Okay. Taking it off of the bottom end of the brush. You don't want a line. You just want to curl up some of that line there. That's all. And like I said, it will give the appearance of her just fading in, just like so. And it'll look like she's fading right into it there. Okay. So let's draw back a little bit to her head, her box head, and her braids down below. The color I want to make the bands is really entirely up to you. I'm going to use the color that's already there for that. Let's start right here. So we're going to go in a circular motion, like so. Circular motion, and let's put another one right in there like that, half of one like that. And you would do this, repeat it. I'm gonna skip a row and just put it right in there. Maybe have it. So we're going to draw backwards a little bit. Draw back. I want this fade to be stronger down here. I want that a little stronger than what I'm looking at. I got more red, so I'm going to use water. Rinse off most of the brush. Get some of this deep red on half of it. So I'm doing the double stroke again. And this time, because I want that fade a little stronger. Like that. And destroy some of that bottom edge. Like so. Let it fade out. Alright. there you have it. Wipe my palette off here. Clean that up. Okay, let's pull it back a little bit, or just even it up, so you guys can see what it looks like here. Full thing. There you go. Alright, so we have another one completed. If you like the video, just give me a shout out on the comments down below. It was a pleasure for me to do this for you, so you can see exactly pretty much how I did it. I'm looking for my liner brush. I know I set it somewhere. Okay, I can't find it right now, so I'll just use my round brush. I hope you've enjoyed checking out how I do these cartoony type of deals here. And enough of you asked about a tutorial, so this will be up until whenever on the YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like what you see. I'm doing the most important part of the painting, is putting my John Hancock on there. Down below. There we go. Alrighty then. There you have it. Alright. I really hope you enjoyed going on this little journey with me and everything. Got the little abstract background working and all that. Any kind of questions you'd have, just let me know. And all that good stuff. We'll see how long this will stay up here before somebody might want to buy it. I had a couple inquiries about the first one. So, but once again, thank you for joining me, and hope you're able to do this also. And if you do, I would love to see your rendition of Betty Boop. Put it on my Facebook page. I'd love to see it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Hope you have a pleasant day, afternoon or evening, and I'll see you again later.